Hey guys, it's Cal from the Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys enjoy this video with some more great landscape lighting tips. To learn more about landscape lighting, go and check out our website at lightingdoctor.ca, or if you want to see what a real quality landscape light should look like, go and check out our Try It Before You Buy It offer, where you can get a premium quality fixture at a discounted rate with your very own battery pack, so you can go and test out how that light's going to look and feel what a real premium quality light should look like. So go and check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or go watch more videos on YouTube just by searching for the Lighting Doctor. Hey Nicholas, thanks for sending your picture here. Yeah, I'll give you some really simple ideas to make it really look good. I think your primary light that you're going to want to use is the accent light with a slight modification, and I can help you customize something that fits for you too, based on that. But what I would probably do is, with those accent lights, I would really try and highlight the front of the house and get some of these second story peaks. Now, how we're going to go and do that is getting those accent lights, those uplights that I just showed you, kind of at the base of the house, fairly close, because it's a little higher up, maybe about 18 inches back, and have those almost shining straight up on kind of on both sides of the shutters, and it's going to do a really good job of highlighting this whole section of the house. I would do the same on both sides of the doors over here. Even though you have these, you're not going to have them on all the time, and really all that's going to light is this section here, whereas now we're going to highlight this whole top area as well as the whole entryway. So having two of those lights positioned down here, and then same thing on this side here as well, kind of below the shutters, and have them shining straight up. So 6 uplights on this front section. And the one suggestion I will make is, with the 2 that you're going to have by the door here, I would just also add something like this, which is a hex baffle, and all it is, it's this little honeycomb filter that fits over the lens of the lights, just underneath here, and all it does is it helps deflect the glare a little bit, so as you're walking in and out of the house, you don't have that light shining in your eye. And then the other suggestion I'm going to make too is, with a lot of the uplights, and these ones in particular, they come with a 20 watt equivalent bulb. So what it is, it's a 4 watt LED bulb that puts out about 250 lumens. But in order to get that light to that kind of second story, I think you're going to want to increase the intensity of that to a 35 watt equivalent, which is about a 5 watt LED bulb, which is going to put out a little bit more light and push that light to the top. So I think for these 6 lights, you're going to want to do that. And again, if that makes sense to you and it's something you want, we can definitely customize a kit that has that in it for you. And then on this side here, I would just use 3 of the standard accent lights, the 20 watt equivalent. Kind of the same idea on side of the shutter, one in the middle, and another one on this side of the shutter to highlight this front section here. So really 9 accent lights, and 6 of those a little bit brighter to cover this front section. And then something else you're probably going to want to do, and you can always do this after, but I think what's going to happen is you're going to miss out on lighting some of these second story peaks, which is something that not a lot of landscape lighting designs incorporate, but it's easy to do, and it will really help take your project kind of the next level, because I guarantee you anybody else who's doing it on their own is not doing that. And how you would go do that is actually quite simple. It's simply by running the wire right up the eaves trough and along the gutter. You can just drop it right down, make any connections you need in the ground, and then your connection for the light, you can make it right in the eaves trough. All our connections are waterproof and can sit in there. And then you would mount that with something called a gutter mount. So basically this just fits right inside the gutter, screws to the side, and the fixture screws into here, as opposed to a ground stake. And the way I would do that is I would probably try and mount one. I would probably try and mount an accent light. So same accent light, there's different lights you can use. Sometimes a wash light is bright enough. And when I talk about a wash light, really I'm talking about one of these guys. It's not as intense of a light, it's a softer light. I like using this a lot of the time when doing that, but I just don't think it's going to be quite bright enough for this area, as well as this area. So I think you'd want to use just a standard accent light there, and also here. And then here you could use a wash light, because this is a smaller peak. You could do this section here. That being said, I think lighten up this area, and if you have this peak and the two larger ones lit up might be enough. So really, I think you'd be looking at a kit with just 5 of the standard uplights, 6 of the higher intensity accent lights, a couple hex baffles, a couple gutter mounts, and then the transformer wire and everything else you need. Something else you could do, I mean, you could always throw a couple path and garden lights in here if you wanted to. Just something simple like this. Really, all it's going to do is light the walkway. And if you are going to do that, the only thing I would do is I would just stagger them in between your accent lights. So for example, if you have your uplight and your uplight on both sides of shutters here, you may want to throw, so maybe you throw a path light in here, you throw one kind of here in between, you throw another one here in the middle of this, again over here in the middle of these 2 lights, and then another one over here. So I think that's something you can always add later. I think you're going to get the majority of your effect with those uplights that I talked about. So if that makes sense and you need us to put a kit together for you that has everything in that, please let me know, and we're happy to do that. Thanks so much, Nicholas. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this real quick. If you see here, we got this bed area, and this was an area that was totally isolated, that we couldn't get wire to really. We got this nice, beautiful brick walkway here, but we're out on Vancouver Island where it is an island, most of it's rock, and there's just no way we could tunnel underneath that sidewalk without going super deep and totally messing up the gardens. So what we did is, if you see behind me here, on this bush that goes up and then across the doorway here and then back down, what we did is we actually used the gutter, and we actually ran wire up the gutter, over the doorway, and down into this bed here, and we were easily able to do that. And now we didn't have to tear up the whole garden, but we can get power here and still keep all our lights on the same transformer. So sometimes you got to be a little creative with how you get wire to different areas, but there's always a way. And you'd never even know that that wire's there, because where we came back down in the bed is right behind a trellis that we ended up highlighting and featuring anyway, that you guys can't tell from the video, but I can see it's starting to look really, really good. So I'm glad we lit that up. And that wire's totally hidden, so you'd have no idea how we got that wire there. So sometimes you got to be a little creative. You don't always have to go under the sidewalk, so think of alternative ways. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. I hope you guys got some great tips, and I hope you guys take advantage of your own free video consultation where you can send me a few pictures of your property, and I'm going to get back to you with your own personalized video presentation with all kinds of tips and tools of how to go and light your own property. So to get that, go check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or just email me a few pictures of your property at cal@lightingdoctor.ca.